Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Of course, I'm filming today's workout actually from the house today. It's been a long time. Somebody is using the studio this week during the time that I usually film it from. I'm happy to let them use it. That's what it's there for. Next week, I'll be filming our session again live from the studio space. I hope all of you are keeping yourselves sane and safe during this pandemic. Today I'm here to bring to you session 1 of 2 for the week. It's going to be low body and legs, and I think that's all that I have to say to get started for the day. So let's work into our feet to warm up. What I'd like for you to do is put your heels together, nice and close. Make sure they're touching. We're going to start doing some heel raises. We're going to count just in ones all the way up to 20 at a fairly quick pace. So starting from 0, 1, if you want a chair close by, 2, 3, you can use that, 4. Try to find your own sense of balance here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Excellent. Shake your feet out. We're not done with those feet and calves yet. For the next one, you're certainly going to need the chair. You're going to stand behind the chair and do the exercise like that. I'm going to do it without the chair so you can actually see what I'm doing with my feet. So what I'd like to see you do is raise up. You're going to take a step forward with the left foot. You don't actually have to commit all your weight to that foot, but I'm staying on the balls of my feet here. And then I'm going to bring my feet back together. I stay on the balls of my feet, and then I'm going to take a step forward with my right foot, and then come back. Anytime you need to drop your heels in between, you can. Otherwise, we're going to keep the heels up as long as possible. So it would look like this. 1, 2, 3, and again, dropping the heels in the middle is optional. 4, and so on and so forth. So we're going to count in a multiple of 2. Nice and easy to start out. Let's go from 1, 2. Hey, if you don't need the chair, don't use it. 3, but it's nice to have it there as a safety. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I'm betting your calves are feeling this by now. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and one more. Oh my gosh, 20. Let's shake that leg out, shake them both out. Stand next to your chair. You're going to stand on your right foot. We're going to release our left foot. We're going to point and flex that foot, getting some blood back into those calves. Trying to point it as much as you can and then curl it up along with the toes as much as possible. Great, and we're going to do some clockwise, or counterclockwise rather, circles with the left foot. And now we're going to do some clockwise circles with the left foot. Shake it out, and then switch to the other side. So we'll stand on our left foot this time, pick up the right foot, we're going to point and flex. Same deal. Okay, you can lean on that chair if you need to, or you can just touch it with no weight. Now we're going to do some let's start with clockwise with the right foot. And then we're going to continue with the counterclockwise movement. Excellent. All right, go ahead, shake that leg out. It's been a while, ladies and gentlemen, since I've done the classic hip opener exercise, and I know this is a challenge for many of you, and others love this as a warm-up to make your back and hips feel great. So if it's a challenge, this is a hip opener. Up, out, down, bring it back, up, tuck it in, and drop it down. If it's a challenge to lift your leg or that's painful in any way, one, reduce the height, and focus on and two, focus on your rotation more than the height. Right? So everyone's body is different. We're going to start with the right foot, raising it up and out. We're going to do 5 of them. 1. Bring it back up before tucking it in. That counts as 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Oh, I said 5 and we did 6 anyway. I'm sorry. We're going to switch to the other side. We'll do 6 on the other side. You'll notice that I've started your session today doing a lot of single leg work, having you stand on one leg at a time and then the other. And that goes for the warm-up where we were doing steps forward and backwards on the balls of our feet. So let's start from this side. 1, really putting focus on your hips today. 2, your balance, your feet. 3, coordination. Okay, all important things to place greater and greater focus on for as we get into the winter season, as we get more snow and ice on the ground, more opportunities to trip. I think that was 5. We'll do 1 more for 6. All right, that's it for those. So let's get to some double leg action. Hinges and squats in free space. So for those of you who this is a great challenge, you can just put your hands on your hips, slide your hands down to your knees and push your butt back. You can stop with your fingertips touch your knees. For those of you who can go a little lower, you're going to reach just below the knees. And those of you who are real show-offs, you can go as low as you like. All right, so hands on thighs. We're going to count in a multiple of 4, starting from 0. You come up. It's a nice stretch, too, for the low back. 4. Take your time, there's no rush. 8, show me some control here. 12. 16. 20. 24. 28. 32, 36, maybe go a little lower on these last ones, and 40, way to go. And we're going to finish the standing work up with an exercise I like to do lately. Bend the knees, reach forward for your knee, for your left knee after you take a step forwards, and then reach forward for your right knee, alternating feet each time. All right, we're going to count backwards from 40, starting from 40, touch the knee with both hands. 36. 32. 28. 24. 20. 16. 12. 8, 4, we've got 1 more, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, 0. You should be feeling like your legs just got a great workout. Hopefully. All right, we're gonna have a seat and we're gonna do a scissor action. All right, so we're involving our core and our hip flexors and this large quadricep in the middle, our rectus femoris. Flexed. So we're going to raise our feet up, and we're going to do an over-under movement, all right? And we're going to count that in a multiple of 9, starting from 0. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 53. No rush, we're not in a rush. 62, 71, 72, 81, and 90. Shake those legs out. We're going to count backwards from 90. We're going to do the same thing from 90. 81, 72, 63, 54, 45, 36, 27, 18, 9, and one more. Oh, 0. I bet you are feeling that one. So we're going to finish up with a nice stretch. I've been in the studio lately, so I haven't been able to do this. I don't have a low step up or stool here. So what I'd like for you to do is grab a footrest or a step up or something that is lower than your seat. And you're going to put the outside of one foot up on that so that we can let one knee just flop out. And the reason for getting that is that it enables you to externally rotate the leg and start to stretch this muscle on the side of the hip called your gluteus medius. It is such an important muscle, and it's one that I prioritize. I'm always working it on our low back days and our leg days. So if you try to reach that up to your knee, for most of you that's going to be too much, which is why I've been in the habit lately of getting you to drop your foot lower down. So once you've rested that thigh to the side, you may start to feel in your low back on that side a good stretch, or right at the joint in the hip. If you don't, and this is not giving you a stretch yet, then what I'd like for you to do is take a deep breath in, and then start to fold your hips and lean into that stretch. You can rest your body weight on your free leg. All right, and I have no doubt that you're feeling this stretch at this point. I don't want any of you to try and make this a deep stretch. It should be light to moderate. Take it easy. Just take some deep breaths in and out and relax into the stretch. Take one final deep breath in. Exhale. Wonderful. Let's switch sides. Same deal. Place the outside of that foot up onto the stool or the footrest or whatever your implement is. And see if you already feel a stretch in your low back and hip on that side. If you don't, rest your additional body weight on your free thigh. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to lean into that stretch until you have the desired effect. And just continue to take deep, slow breaths in and out. Well done. Although we're not done yet. All right, just clear yourself some space. You don't need any ball or anything to bounce or toss up in the air today. We're just going to use our right and left as coordination. What we're going to do on one side, on the left side with our left hand, we're going to write. We're going to spell mad. Okay, I want all uppercase letters. Mad, M-A-D. And on the right side, we're going to spell cow, C-O-W. Of course, you have to write from forward to backward with your right arm, because that's the way we write. With your left arm, you need to write from backward to forward, again, because that's the way we write. All right, so mad, cow. Do our best to coordinate. Starting with the first letter, that's M and C. And then A and O. Do your best to visualize that. And then D and W. All right, did you get that? Now we're going to reverse it. So we're going to spell cow on the left side and mad on the right side. Do your best. Here we go. C and M. O and A. W and D. Oh boy, that's a real challenge. If you really want to make that difficult, if that's not already hard enough, you can try and repeat that on your own time, spelling them backwards. But I'm not going to do that because I already know that I can't. So thank you for joining me again today. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again in a few days' time for our upper body session. Until then, make sure to stay safe, stay active, stay healthy. Bye everyone.